welcome to Celes TV. Today's video is on a question that I often get, which is, Hi Celes, how do you stay positive all the time? Well, it's important to first recognize that everyone has times when they feel out of it, myself included. So there are times when I feel annoyed, disappointed, out of it, and this can be due to people or situations. So if you're currently in a place where you don't feel that good about yourself, or you're not feeling too happy, or you're feeling a little bit negative, know that you're not alone. And it's really about taking the right actions to address the negativity that you're currently feeling and to move yourself to a higher, more positive place. I have 5 tips for you to do that. First tip, actively process your negative emotions. Some people think that showing negative emotions is a sign of weakness or it's a bad thing. So when they feel negative, they box their emotions in and they don't share them with anybody or deal with them. Now, this is not a good thing. So imagine you have a pot of boiling water. So what do you do at this point when the water is boiling and all the steam is all rushing out? Do you pick A, closing the pot with the lid and tightly putting it on top, or B, where you remove the lid and you allow the steam to be released? Now, most of us will pick B. And why is that? Because if you just put the boiling water and trap it in that pot, chances are the steam is going to build up, maybe you'll even explode in your face. This is exactly the same when it comes to our emotions. If you're feeling any negativity inside, it's not good to close that in and box it inside, because it's going to create a backlash effect and bring you down at some point in the future. So the important thing is to process your emotions constructively. And how do you do that? Well, talking to someone always helps. A friend, a family member, just sharing your feelings with them, telling them about the situation, listening to what they have to say. Okay, perhaps even some advice. Meditation. I have an article on how to meditate that you can check out here at this link, personalexcellence.co/blog/how-to-meditate. Now, journaling. I have a great exercise where you can use to achieve mental clarity in just 10 to 15 minutes. And it's really simple. Just open the Word document, type the question, what's bothering me now? And write whatever comes to mind. Anything. And this is called brain dumping. And you can check out more about this exercise at personalexcellence.co/blog/brain-dumping. My second tip, take action to address the issue. So with the first tip, it is about improving your mental, your emotional state. This second tip is about taking action to address whatever's bothering you, causing you to feel bad. Because when you take action, you are really taking control of the situation, and this is when you can directly influence the outcome. So ask yourself, what can I do about this? Identify action steps and then act on them. So let's say you're unhappy about your work and you want to quit. Ask yourself, what can I do about this? Perhaps the first step, think about what I want to do in my ideal career. Okay, so I'm not happy here right now in this job. Then, okay, what is it that I want? Second step, perhaps research on available job opportunities in the area that you would like to go to. Third step, perhaps network and talk to people with experience in the field that you want to move to. And then fourth step, create a plan to transition to this new career path. And I recently wrote an article sharing the process of when I quit my job to pursue my passion that you can check out at personalexcellence.co/blog/quit-job. My third tip is to fill your day with 1-ups. In my anti-procrastination course, I talk about 2 kinds of activities that we have in our day. Firstly, activities that drain us, that I call the kryptonites. And secondly, activities that energize us, that I call the 1-ups. I use the term 1-ups because it's sort of like the game Super Mario Brothers, and there are all these different mushrooms, and there's this 1-up mushroom that when Mario touches this mushroom, he gets a 1-up. And it's really the same here. With these 1-up activities, when we do these activities, we feel perked up, energized, more positive. The goal here is to eliminate as many kryptonite activities as possible you have in the day, while consciously filling it with 1-ups. So, question to you. What are the activities or tasks that motivate you, that energize you, that lift you up when you do them? So for myself, my 1-ups include writing articles, creating videos, coaching, having some downtime, personal time to myself, like jogging, spending time with my husband, and watching a good movie. Well, how about you? My fourth tip, surround yourself with positive people. I often use this quote on PE and PE courses. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And this is a quote by Rowan. The point of this quote is that the people you are with influence your emotional and mental state. So when you spend time with negative people, fear-based people, you may find yourself more often in fear-based mood, fear-based emotions. And the important thing is you want to cut away the negative people in your life and then consciously surround yourself with the positive people whom you aspire to be more like. So ask yourself, who are the 5 people who make you feel positive and uplifted? Talk to them more often, spend more time with them. And this can also be people you don't know personally, respectable personalities like Oprah Winfrey, Ellen DeGeneres, Dalai Lama, respectable leaders in the world. You can read their sites, check out interviews by them, books by them, audio podcasts, and by way of being exposed to this material, it's sort of like you are right there with them. You are getting insights from them, their wisdom. My 5th tip is to learn to see the silver lining. My dad recently injured himself at work and he broke his collarbone, which required surgery. So right after hearing the news, I was extremely worried, of course, very frustrated at myself. But then after a while of beating myself up, I realized that it really could have been much worse. Like for example, he could have fallen and broke his rib cage, which would puncture his lung, touch wood, and that could have been a fatal injury. Like that would definitely have been much worse. So as opposed to just sitting there and worrying, I then focus on firstly being thankful that he's alive, he's not fatally wounded, and there's a remedy that he can have surgery to fix it. So then I focus my energy on taking action, offering support, being there during the hospital visits, being with him before and after the surgery, sharing, providing financial support, and accompanying my dad for his physiotherapy sessions. Now the thing is, there's bad and good out of every situation. So you can be in the best place on earth, but if you have a scarcity mindset, then there's always going to be something that you don't like, something you're not happy about, even if the situation is extremely good. On the other hand, when you switch your mindset to one that's of abundance, positivity, now, no matter what the situation is, you will be able to take it positively, react with positivity, and then take constructive action, thereby creating and attracting the best, most positive outcomes to yourself. So even if you're in a place that's not the best in life, but because you learn how to constructively manage your emotions and hence take constructive steps towards creating positive outcomes, you then now attract those positive outcomes to you. My final note to you is that there are 2 ways in which you can live your life. One way is to be unhappy all the time, be negative, criticize people, criticize situations, complain about things, complain about how the world is being unfair to you and how you don't have the things that people have. The second way is to focus on the positive aspects of your life. Focus on the things that you do have. Appreciate the fact that you have these things. Okay? Be thankful for them. And then take actions towards creating what you want. Which way would you like to live your life? For me, it is the second path. So remember, happiness is a choice. You may not be able to control every single thing that happens to you, but you can choose whether to be happy or not. For more about being positive, check out my article, How to Be Happy, that you can read at personalexcellence.co/blog/happy. For tips on how to be unhappy, check out 10 surefire ways to be unhappy. So if you want to be happy, these are 10 things you don't want to do. personalexcellence.co/blog/unhappy. So if you found this video helpful, give me a thumbs up. Okay, be sure to subscribe, Celes.tv, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys!